Hi, good morning. I'm Elizabeth Pudwell, and these are awarenesses around actualization. And today I wanted to share with you something that happened to me over the weekend. I was on a feeder road of a freeway here in Houston, and there was a couple that came up alongside of me and was frantically waving about, there's something wrong with your tire is wobbling, it's going to fall off, it's smoking. And they were on this side, and then they moved to the other side, and they rolled the window down. They were frantic, and it was a man and a woman, and they also had a couple of kids in the car. And so I pulled over against my better judgment. I pulled over. I felt afraid because of the car, and I didn't want to. I was afraid. That's the truth. I was afraid. So I pulled over, and the bottom line is one of the things that they did is they had some type of device to disable my phone. And because I just talked to my son 20 minutes before, and my phone wouldn't work. I couldn't press any of the buttons. And it's a brand new phone, and I didn't know how to turn it off. It says 7, and the button at the bottom is not the turn off button. On the 7, you need to do a combination of buttons in order to turn it off and reset it. And I ended up giving the man $140. He was very insistent about fixing my car and me not driving. He said, "You can't drive. The tire's going to fall off. I can see it." He did some things to show me how wobbly the tire was and convinced me. And he said that he worked for Firestone and AAA, and then said he could fix the car. And he thought he had something that could help it and fix it, and he did that. And then he asked for $388. I said, "I don't have that." He said, "We could drive to an ATM." I said, "No, I'm not doing that." I gave him $140, and I do feel shame about giving him money. I feel I was duped. As soon as he drove off, I thought, okay, you got me. But I wanted to share it because there's a couple of things here. One is that I don't want this to happen to someone else. So I want you to be aware if somebody does this and points to your tire frantically, that most people will not, pull over with you. When I started thinking about it, those were the things that I was like, and he said chunks of metal were flying out of my wheel well, it's not an old car. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's a 2010. And then he did a couple of other things. He said, "You don't know a lot about cars, right?" And I said, "Yes, you're right." So the bottom line is that by pulling over, I made myself more vulnerable. And since the incident, I have felt even more vulnerable. I've relived it a few times, and but I just want to share it because I want all the women in Houston to know that not to pull over if somebody does do that. And I've heard this. I know it, and I did it anyway. Even when they were doing it, I was saying to myself, "Don't pull over. You're not supposed to pull over." And I pulled over because I was the adrenaline and the fear and not being able to use my phone scared me. So I just want to encourage you to not pull over if that does happen. Just keep driving, and it's a scam. Yeah, he got me for $140. And but here's the thing: is I learned from it. I'm only out $140. I can share with you that people will disable your phones, that people will do these things in order to get what they can from you. And it's probably good that I did pay him so that he didn't get desperate and, damage the car or me or something along those lines. I am fine, and I've learned from it. I talked to someone else who said the exact same thing happened to her daughter. So it's women that are the most vulnerable, and they use this line. I work at AAA, I work at Firestone. That is a common theme. Your tire's going to fall off. That is a common theme. Honking and waving frantically, pulling over with you. That is a common theme. So those things are a scam. Don't pull over. That is my awareness today that I'm sharing with you. I am an actualization coach, and I need to figure out how I made this come true, why I manifested this. But I can help you as well. I can help you if you want to work with me. You can email me at elizabethpudwell@gmail.com. I apologize for the length of this video. I usually try to keep them under 3 minutes, but I felt like it was an important video to share, and I hope that it helps someone out there. Until the next time, I'm Elizabeth Pudwell with awarenesses around actualization.